I take this time to just bring to my colleagues' attention that we are celebrating National Small Business Week, which is a very important occasion because, as I know the senator from New Hampshire understands, the growth engine for America is with our small businesses. If you're looking at job growth, which we all know we need in order to get our economy moving again, we know that there'll be more jobs created from small companies than from large companies. About 2 out of every 3 jobs that are created in America will come from small companies. We also know that if you're looking at innovation, who follows the patents, who comes up with the creative new ideas for America to become as competitive as we need to, it will be more from the smaller companies. There's an incredibly larger number of patents from per employee from small companies than from large companies. So the growth engine for America's economy really rests with our small businesses. I'm proud to serve on the Small Business Committee under the leadership of Chairman Landrieu. We have brought forward many initiatives to help small businesses, and I think it's made a huge difference as our economy is starting to recover, as we look at now 25 consecutive months of continuous private sector job growth, where we've turned around the economy and we're now growing. In large measure, I think it's because of the attention that we've paid to the small business community. We are proud of what it's meant for our entire country. And let me just give a little bit about my own state of Maryland. We have over 500,000 small businesses in Maryland that employ over 1 million people in my state in small businesses. So it is by far a huge part of the Maryland economy. Our strategy over the last several years during the Obama administration has been to concentrate on small businesses to help them recover, particularly from this economic recession. The first effort was to increase the capacity of the Small Business Administration. I was proud of the Obama budget that put more money back into the Small Business Administration. I was proud of the initiative that we had in the Senate to add funds to the Small Business Administration so that they could indeed be the advocates for the small business community. So they had someone in the government that was fighting for their issues, and it's made a huge difference. I think if you talk, as I have, to the small businesses in Maryland, they tell me they have now much greater capacity for help through counselors and advocates at the Small Business Administration. We then went to deal with the #1 issue that was brought to our attention. And I'm sure that you heard the same stories in New Hampshire that I heard in Maryland, that small businesses had a hard time getting access to capital, that we had to do a better job of making capital available, particularly during a tough economic period where small businesses don't have the same deep pockets that the larger companies had, that we needed to do a better job. So we increased the SBA loan limits, increased the amount of federal guarantee in order to make it more attractive for banks to lend money to small businesses, knowing full well that the government was standing behind those loans. That made some monies available. We look for creative new programs to help our small businesses, one in the Treasury Department to help. We also looked at helping our states in partnership with our states. I know that in Maryland, the additional funds that we made available in Washington to help build the state program has made many more loans available to small companies in Maryland. All of that has helped in providing opportunities for our small businesses. The reauthorization, the SBIR program and the STR program has made a huge difference. Since 1983 in my own state of Maryland, $1.5 billion of funding have come from the SBIR program. For those who are listening who may not know what this program is about, it's innovation. It's small companies that are involved in the biotech and cybertech areas where they use innovation to create jobs. In my state, in your state, Madam President, they are using these funds to create the opportunity for America to be competitive internationally. And we can state chapter and verse for our national defense research or for clean energy technology, where small businesses taking advantage of these innovative research grants have been able to build jobs in our community and make America more competitive for the future. The reauthorization and predictability of funding under the SBIR program, increasing the amounts that are available, will create and has already created more job opportunities. We got that done, and that was certainly a major step forward. We've passed bills providing tax breaks to small businesses, the expensing of their equipment so they can go out and buy equipment and keep things moving. Can I ask consent for an additional 5 minutes?
Is there objection? Without objection.
I thank my friend from Arizona for his courtesy, and I'll try not to use the entire 5 minutes. There are other areas where we have also moved forward with help for small businesses, credits for their health insurance so they can cover their employees. In my own state of Maryland, we've set up an African trade office, which has provided opportunities in international trade, an area where we think we can still make progress. I could talk about many of the success stories in Maryland, small businesses that have used the SBIR program to develop the reaction to smallpox vaccines to make them more efficient. We've had examples of where we're now developing a vaccine to deal with the common cold. I was at an SBA event where we honored our leading entrepreneurs in our state and could tell you an example of where a small business person, Janet Amerhoff, who was the Small Business Person of the Year, a software development company. She's had some personal issues with her own health, but despite that, for the last 3 years, has had 190% growth in her revenues. This is the innovation we have in Maryland that comes out of the small business community. The tailor-made transportation services that first qualified as an 8A under the AA programs, now has graduated from that. Started with a small transportation company that provided transportation for people with special needs, now providing a diversified transportation system in our community. All of that is developed through small business programs that we help develop. But I come to the floor to announce a new initiative that I will be following today, and that is the Small Business Goaling Act to deal with another problem we have with small businesses that I hope we will be able to take up on the floor of the Senate in the very near future. It would increase the prime goals for small businesses in government procurement from 23% to 25% and increase the subcontracting goals to 40%, adding transparency to how government provides procurement opportunities under government contracts to small businesses. We have taken some action in dealing with bundling and trying to prevent the bundling of small contracts into large contracts that makes it more difficult for small businesses to get prime contracts. This legislation will make it, I think, more transparent and visible so that we can, in fact, provide more opportunities so that the government leads by example by using small companies more to help them grow. I really do. It will help not only small businesses, but those with that we have service-disabled veteran companies, we have women-owned companies, minority-owned companies, all will benefit from these opportunities. I want to thank the chairperson of the Small Business Committee, Senator Landrieu, for her extraordinary help in getting this bill together. It will help small businesses by allowing them to grow, create jobs, and help our country in recovery. Once again, I want to thank my friend from Arizona for giving me these extra few moments and just encourage my colleagues that the best way to help celebrate National Small Business Week is for us to pay more attention to helping small businesses grow.